I think for Nigeria it's the first time that you have a true partnership called Cassava Plus, where people who are teaching IFDC farmers how to grow better cassava are together in one project with the private sector company DATCO to process the cassava. And this Cassava Plus project is plus in the real sense, because there are private sector company and a public sector company cooperating like family together to make it work for the farmer.
We are looking at where can we take farming that is going in subsistence and create a win-win situation for Nigeria. So we're getting out of the drudgery, but that is an encouraging practice, that the youth are interested, that they can make a living, and that we can support the nation rather than importing food. We are supporting domestic production through local farmers.
Before now, we found it very difficult because the market is not there. With the presence of the DACO now, you can be able to sell as many cassava as you have, and DACO are ready to buy.
I am Alaji Shuaib Abdul Rahman. I am a farmer. I am living in Gindindorua. I bring my cassava on Monday, then on Tuesday I come receive my money. They pay me on Tuesday. I'm happy to get that money. Then by now is the time where we try to plan again. That's why I'm too happy. When there is no ample, when you go harvest your cassava, you go come give some women, then go put them for water after they sell it, before you get money. But it's taking long time. The thing where you want to do with money, sometimes you go too late.
What we have seen in Nigeria is if the market is not coming to the smallholder farmer, the smallholder farmer cannot sell his cassava. As cassava roots rot within 48 hours, you must bring the processing to the farmer. And that's what we have done. We have split our processing technology in one process we call the AMPU, Autonomous Mobile Processing Unit, which allows us to process cassava roots very close to the farmer.
We see that if we want to get the message of improved production across to large numbers of people, we've got to be working with organized farm groups as a catalyst to be able to share that message not only amongst themselves, but with other groups, with their family members. So that's our key entry point. And we're not looking at the political farmers, we're looking at real farmers who are actually supplying cassava to DATCO. What we're trying to do with the cassava farmers, now that they have a guaranteed market, is one, to help them increase their yields per unit area and decrease their costs per unit area. So from there, we are then making sure that we are hitting them at key points in the production season. So as a group, they're learning how to properly improve their production practices.
Basically, what IFDC is doing is that we are training these farmers to improve on their agronomic practices, learn how to improve on modern techniques in cassava production, increase their yield and income, as well as link them up to a value-added market. DATCO now offers our farmers a market for their produce.
And actually what happened today is that I had heard of this machine they have been talking about. I said I went about to confirm about this machine so that they should cultivate my own land for me. So therefore, I had received an instruction I should go to the agro dealers. When I went there, I confirmed about the machine. They told me actually exactly where I would get the machine.
In order to improve your farm practices, if you want to go from smallholder to commercial farming, then if you want to do everything by hand and you increasing your farm size, then it will be too much work. So to go a step forward from subsistence farmer to small scale commercial, you will have to introduce mechanization.
fact, as I will leave, I will not go and invite my colleagues. I will advise them they should, at least if they want their farm should grow big and bigger, at least they should come look for this. They should come look for this machine.
My name is Adembogane from xvid Farmers Cooperative Multipurpose in Bukari local government areas of Taraba State. I buy the cassava there yesterday, two bundles. Some of my friends even buy 10 to 10 bundles there yesterday. Even my wife also buy 5. So somebody came from IFDC to talk to the groups in our demos today.
What this local variety is going to give you per hectare is maximum of 8 tons. But what this improved variety will improve farming practices. This can give you between 20 and 60 tons per hectare. Yeah. And most of these local varieties, they don't yield in 12 months. You have to wait to 24 months before you can harvest and get a good yield from the local variety. But the improved variety is just 12 months. You can crop 2 seasons from the improved variety before you harvest a field of local variety. So the significance is so different.
What Francis was saying, my member was feel fine and good in mind. What he was taught to them is very, very good, because they even run the farm and see how the differences of the cassava is, the differences of the good varieties and their own local varieties. I want to advise Taraba people to buy the improved varieties, so that they should have to be to make them rich in time to come.
Niche Mesuna Ruth Zakaria, I'm the secretary of Nakambo Bepi. A chicken kunyamu Nakambo Bepi. Muna noman rogo, mu saya, mu da shi don mu samu kudi, mu yi ayyuka na cikin gida da na makarantar yara. Gonan da muka zo yau din nan, gonan ya kasu kashi biyu. Na ɗaya gonan rogo, na biyu kuma gonan waken India.
An integrated soil fertility management includes the use of minerals in organic fertilizer to apply quick or to be quick sources of nutrients that the plants need, and the organic sources provide soil amendment component that improves soil physical characteristics and soil nutrient content. In the Cassava Plus project specifically, we are using pigeon peas. The proteins provide food for the family as well as can be sold commercially in the market.
Mutumin IDC ya koya mana daga cikin taki ya ce idan mutum yana yafa taki haka ba zai samu amfani a cikin gonan ba.
Also, there has been a blend of fertilizer meant purposely for the root crops, yam, cassava and potato, which we call NPKs.
Da takin da an kawo mana da farko NPK muna amfani da shi, amma wannan shekara an kawo mana NPKs wanda muka yi amfani da shi a wurin rogo. Har ma doya ma mun ga yadda doya yayi kyau sosai, rogo ma yayi kyau sosai. Amma wayan sun mu ba mu yi haka ba, taki mun je sai mu diba muna wasa haka da bara mu samu amfani daga cikin taki din ba. Shi yasa an koya mana yadda zamu zuba gindin rogo har kala 3. In ba za ka iya yin ɗaya ba, ɗaya za ka iya yi. IGC and Cassava Plus gaskiya abinda suka kawo ya amfane mu, don an kawo mana koyarwa daban kuma mun samu karuwa cikin wannan koyarwa din sosai.
My name is Alfred Asebe Adi from Rafin Kada. I farm cassava for my living. It has been disturbing me for quite a number of years, where I don't know how to. It gives me a lot of problem how to weed my cassava. Fortunate enough, I discovered one agro dealer by Neruda Kefas from Rafin Kada in Ukayo local government. She sells chemicals.
The cost of labor is very high. So the use of chemicals, sometimes if you go and weed your farm, you need to do it 2 or 3 times. But once you use the chemicals, you reduce the amount of time. Using the chemicals are cheaper and it's also more effective. It keeps the farm more clean.
And when I contacted her, I was able to I bought some of the chemicals. While on my way going, she contacted asking me who is going to spray the chemical for me. Then I said, well, I just managed to do it myself. She advised me not to do it because they have one man being trained so that to do the real business, to do the spraying. The way he sprayed the farm, I know that by the grace of God, I will not have problem much again.
What we're doing here is that DATCO has rolled out one of their units of the AMPU here in Bantaje, and we are saddled with the responsibility of organizing these farmers in an orderly manner to supply their roots. First and foremost is any interested farmer should meet one of our enumerators who now registers the farmer, and then he gives a possible date of supply.
But the farmer will be in charge, or he will take responsibility of the route from his farm to the AMPU. And he should make sure he trimmed his route very well before supplying to us. And before he supplies, he's supposed to harvest a day before supplying date.
As this AMPU is there for Bantaje, we farmers now we feel too much happiness. Now, when you farm, no way. Now money where you go get in time, you fight for another thing, business again.
You now have DATCO that's increasing their purchases out in the rural areas. You have farmers then that see a guaranteed market starting to increase their hectarage, starting to buy improved varieties of stems. I see the entire value chain coming together. I see that we've got the input suppliers that are dedicated to work with our farmers, from the agro dealer down to the field sprayer, that we have the government fully supporting this value chain. We have the end user of this cassava flour. So the entire value chain is coming together to support increased and improved production in a guaranteed market for our Nigerian farmers.